Dun, dun, dun! Hello, beautiful people. It is me, Robin by Carpenter Briscoe, your favorite spiritual life coach and author of Let's Get Stoned, using stones and crystals to create a life that rocks. I am grateful to be here with you today. We are on day 2 of the magic. Ooh, I'm supposed to be slicker than this. The magic and the crystals. Here's one. The magic and the crystals. Yes. This is our 28-day journey together through Rhonda Byrne's book, The Magic, which was number 3 in the Secret series. So it was The Secret, then The Power, then The Magic. And for those who are following along, I hope you are, we know that the magic is gratitude, right? So I want us to take just a moment, like just a breath together, simply a breath together, to feel gratitude. So get in your seat and close your eyes just a moment. You can trust me, it'll be okay. Nothing weird's going to happen. Close your eyes, and together we're going to take a breath. And breathing in and hold and release. Now, feel grateful. What are you grateful for today? I am grateful for you. I'm grateful for you and you being here with me because I love this stuff. This is my favorite stuff. And I was so grateful when I was reminded of this book a few months ago when someone I follow started reading it on her Facebook page. She reads different spiritual books aloud, and it's really cool, and I enjoy it when she does it, when I get to listen to it. And she was reading from this book, and that's when I was reminded from several years ago at Heart and Soul Center of Light in Oakland, where I'm doing my practitioner program, my professional practitioner licensing program. We did this as a summer school. So I am grateful that we are able to spend time together today to talk about the magic and the crystals. Are you on? So you should be on day 2. And day 2's theme is my favorite. Ah, what a surprise. My favorite one is the magic rock. So if you have read The Secret or seen The Secret, then you know that, hold on, I want to remember his name correctly. It is, what was his name? Lee Brower. And he talked about his gratitude rock practice where he had a stone in his pocket and he carried it around, and every time he engaged with that stone, he took a moment for gratitude. This is something that I actually encourage my clients to do. It is one of the things that I will suggest to them for when I do a stone prescription. There'll be one stone that I just want them to remember all day, one intention that I just want them to remember all day long. So that's the one that I'm carrying in your pocket. So I love the idea of this, and I do this myself. So today's stone that I chose is carnelian. This is carnelian. This is a palm stone size carnelian. I got it at this place here in Baton Rouge called Bohemian Cove. They're really super fantastic. I love them. They're a very nice couple. Carnelian. Oh, wait, before I get there, I wanted to read these quotes. I had these 2 quotes about gratitude and blessings. If we counted our blessings instead of our money, we would all be rich. Linda Poindexter, which this is a completely true statement. Yeah. If we spent all of our time counting blessings, then we would understand the abundance that we live in our life all the time. That's why, if you recall, day one is, count your blessings, and you're supposed to do that every day for the whole 28 days. So today, got to do the count your blessings part, and you're going to remember to use your jade next to you while you're counting your blessings, however you're recording those blessings. And then today's carnelian is for you to, for the next thing. So feel gratitude for every moment. Feel gratitude for every moment something went your way, an issue was resolved, or something arrived in the nick of time. That was me in Let's Get Stoned in chapter 2, which is called Everything Begins with Gratitude. So this is true. How many times do you get it, where you were focusing on, I almost didn't get it, right? Instead of, yay, I got it. How many times does this happen? How many times do you tell the story of how you almost got in an accident, or I almost couldn't find the thing, or I was almost late? How many times do you do that? Instead of telling the story, I got there right at the perfect moment. I got a parking space and I made it right on time. I had 2 minutes to spare. Like, why aren't we celebrating that more as opposed to telling the story of, and then this happened and this happened and they almost made me late? You weren't late, but you had to tell the story of all the crap that happened to you to almost make you late, as opposed to, oh my God, everything was happening and I still was like, made it in nick time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Right? That is what we need to be celebrating, as opposed to telling the story of what almost didn't happen. Why are you wasting your time, energy, and effort talking about things that almost didn't happen? So the reason I like this gratitude rock business, the way that it is here in the book, is because it is the last thing you do for the day, right? The last thing you'll do is pick up your stone and talk about the thing that you are the most grateful for today. So I was most grateful for doing this with you. It's true. I said I was going to do this, and sometimes I say I'm going to do things. I only said it mostly to myself. I did post about it on Instagram, but I never actually said anything. So I could have just let this go by and not do it, or procrastinate. So the thing that I was the most grateful for last night was that I did it, and people were watching. What? It happened, which is awesome. So this is my gratitude rock, but this is the rock that I'm suggesting that you could use. This one that I have, I'll tell you about in a second, but this is carnelian, and carnelian is a really great stone. I love it. It's a first chakra stone, right? So that's that grounded root chakra. And it is about creativity. It is about courage. It's about take courage to take ideas into actuality. It is vitality, motivation for success, and it is a trust stone. It is a trust. It is not about trusting others or even trusting yourself. Okay, third chakra. It is about trust that all is going to be okay. And that is the place that you always have to start. You always have to start with, everything's fine. Everything's going to be fine. But not in that everything's going to be fine, and I'm not going to notice that everything's on fire right now. Like, not fine like that. Fine in that even if everything's on fire right now, I know that I can figure out a way to put out the fire, figure out a way to cover up the stuff, get out of here, do whatever I need to do. Put out the fire or get out. Get out first if you can. But so I can assess, right? But not everything's fine. I'm just going to pretend that there's nothing on fire over here. That's not what this is. First chakra is everything is fine. I have myself. I know that I can do whatever I need to do. And so that is why I love this as your gratitude rock at the end of the day, because you at the end of the day can be grateful for one thing that absolutely was the thing that you want to be grateful for today. Like if all else fails, if something did catch on fire and things didn't go all the way that you wanted to be able to go, there's one thing that you can be absolutely grateful for at the end of every day. And what could be better than that? So that when you go to sleep, you can go to sleep with the understanding that there was something to be grateful for in this day. What a fantastic practice. So you're adding this. Remember, this is this plus this plus this. This is how we create practice. This is how we create shift. This is how we create this connection to our illimitable life. This plus this plus this. So carnelian. So now this is my gratitude rock, and it is iolite. So iolite is a stone for it is a stone for introspection. It is a stone for honesty. It is a stone for spiritual journeying. It is a stone of deep wisdom. So this was part of my personal stone prescription last year. And which is interesting because when I chose it, it was the end of 2019 with no understanding clearly that there was going to be a pandemic, dual pandemics and all kinds of unrest and an insurrection and holy moly. Like I didn't know any of those things. What I knew was 2020 was going to be for me a really powerful year to go deep and root out anything that I really needed to know about self, because I knew I was going to have to show up in a really big way at some point. And in order to do that, I needed to really dig deep and figure out what was there, to help me go, yeah, I am this. And also to go, ooh, that's something. And I need to do a thing about that, right? The only way you're going to get there and understand why you do the things that you do is to get to the root of it and then figure out what to do about it. And this is why I love when I work with clients that I work with a lot of clients that have either been in therapy or are at the moment in therapy. They either have done it in the past or are currently in therapy. And then they work with me because I am and now what are you going to do about it person. I'm the, you go to therapy to figure out what's this about, right? Like, why is this like this? This is not the healthiest me that I can be, right? Mind, body, spirit, and emotion. When you say spirit, you really mean your emotions. You want to have a better handle on your emotions. You want to understand why you're feeling the things that you're feeling and what to do about it, right? So your spiritual self is directly connected, if not like this, intertwined with your understanding of your emotional self. So deep introspection and honesty, that it was really important to me to be honest with myself. I'm in prosperity mastermind right now. So this is a spiritual mastermind, right? So it doesn't happen the way those masterminds where you get on the hot seat and you do things and you have all of this talking. A spiritual mastermind is much more introspective and I feel like I can handle a mastermind in relation, an accountability group. When it comes to my business, I can be really honest about why I get stuff done or why this is that. But when it's a spiritual mastermind, you have to be really honest with yourself about your stuff. Like there's nothing else. There's no, I have to admit anything to anybody about anything. This is like I'm admitting stuff to myself, which is not so comfortable, right? That's why I love these kinds of things, because it allows you to do the work with self, and you're guided through it by someone or to someone's. Read the book, talk about it with the stones. That's why I wanted to add the stones, because when you, just like this, this chapter in this book is the is the complete synthesization of why I teach what I teach. This rock, every day you pick up this rock and you say, what am I completely, truly, completely the most grateful for today? And when you see it next to your bedside, you know that that's what that rock is for, right? You know that that is why that magic rock sitting next to your bed, that is what that's for. Maybe you put it under your pillow. I think if you decide to choose your own magic rock, which I 100% encourage you to do, my magic rock isn't the carnelian. It's just a good place to start, and it is easily available. That's why I didn't suggest iolite. Iolite's not something that everybody has around. A lot of people have carnelian because people buy those, chakra stone kits. And they have usually the root chakra stone is carnelian. So we you go with your carnelian and decide what it is that you decide, this is my root chakra and I'm going to connect to my root chakra, and it's a great starter stone. So carnelian, that's why I chose it. But iolite is mine because it's a personal stone. But like if you choose amber or amethyst as your gratitude stone, then I would say put it next to your bedside, do your gratitude practice, then stick it under your pillow, because that's that seventh chakra, connect to the most high sense of self in a harmonic, and in this like harmonious space. And that helps when you're dreaming, right? If you can do lucid dreaming while with a amethyst under your pillow, woo, it's a whole other thing. But anyway, so today's stone is carnelian for your first chakra, courage, knowing that you are safe and okay. And it is the stone that is going to help you remember what you are most grateful for today. That is today's episode. If you are watching this and are like, ooh, I'd love to have some more conversation about that, and you're on Clubhouse, then meet me over on Clubhouse, because we'll do the magic and the crystals talk back. In the meantime, I want to remind you that if you're following along, you need to read tomorrow's activity tonight before you go to bed, because there's something you're going to need to get before you can do the activity. And so remember to read it tonight. Oh, my friends, remember, you are illimitable. So go out and create a life that rocks. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow.